Are you struggling with saving nested objects in the room persistence library? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into a common issue that many developers face when working with room and nested objects. I totally get it. It can be incredibly frustrating when you have everything set up correctly, only to be met with an error message. This is a common hurdle for developers using Room, especially when dealing with lists and embedded objects. Let's take a closer look at the specific question at hand. One user reached out with an issue regarding their video list object. They mentioned that when they try to use the @embedded annotation with a list of videos, they encounter an error stating that Room cannot figure out how to save this field into the database. So what's going on here? The Room persistence library requires a clear understanding of how to handle complex data types like lists. When you use @embedded, Room expects a single object, not a list. This is where the confusion often arises. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to resolve this issue and get your video list objects saved correctly. Plus, I have a bonus tip that will make your Room database management even smoother. To resolve the issue with the Room persistence library, the user needs to create a type converter for the list of video objects. This is necessary because Room cannot directly handle complex data types like lists. Next, the user should implement the conversion methods. The first method will convert the list of video objects into a JSON string, while the second method will convert the JSON string back into a list of video objects. After creating the type converter, the user must register it with the Room database. This is done in the database class where the user defines their Room database. Finally, the user should rebuild their project to ensure that the changes take effect. This will allow Room to recognize the new type converter and resolve the error. Fun fact, did you know that the Room persistence library is named after the concept of rooms in a house? Just like rooms serve different purposes, each entity in Room serves a specific function in your database. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. An alternative solution provided by another user suggests using a type converter for handling nested lists in Room. They recommend creating a converter class that converts the list of videos into a string for storage and then back into a list when retrieving it. And here's that bonus tip I promised. Always remember to annotate your type converter with @typeconverter so that Room knows to use it when saving and retrieving your data. And there you have it. With these steps, you should be able to save your video list object without any issues. Remember, understanding how Room handles data types is key to avoiding these pitfalls. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks.